Hey everybody, it's Friday the 15th of August 2025 at 2:15, 77 degrees, and we're in Forest Hills at the Arnold Arboretum. I've always wanted to come down here, but it's an hour train ride from home, and I was like, no. Well, we walked down the Southwest Corridor today, which is a state park that goes along the Orange Line and commuter rail, and we ended up here, and I had no idea we would get down this far. So there's all kinds of plants here, and let me see if I can show you. See, they have tags by each one of them that tell you what it is. So let's go see what we see. Let's look at the map. 281 acres. 15,000 trees and shrubs. Let's see if I can get you a view where you can see most of it. Sorry about the glare. Trees, shrubs, and vines collected from around the world. Something just ran under here. I think it was a chipmunk. It's Harvard and City. It's been here since 1872. And we'll see what we see. I wonder if he's still under there. I love chipmunks. Squirrels are okay. No rats. Alright, so let's look around here without me falling down, because I have to look the way I'm walking. If it's your first time here, I just take you on walks. Like I said, we ended up here, and I had no idea I was even coming here. And that's what we're going to take, is the willow path to the visitor center. I take you with me wherever I go. Not wherever, but you get the idea. I'm going to take you to the grocery store often. Ooh, there's a chipmunk. See him? See how? Hi, Mr. Chipmunk. I talk to the animals, yes. I think I'm Dr. Doolittle. Chipmunk, squirrels? Yes. Rats? No. They're as big as a small cat. And I'm not lying. There's another chipmunk. There's lots of them. See him over there? Let's see. No, he's back there in the grass. There's another one over here. They're everywhere. See if I can. Nope, there he goes under the brush. Damn. Oh well. We'll go see what else is down this trail. So yeah, I just pretend like you're here with me, and there is my phone just thought I was talking to it. There's a buy me a coffee link if you want to help me go to other places. I'm an old disabled Air Force vet and limited income. So help me out. If you can't, that's great too. Just click subscribe and like the video. See, it's easy. So that's pretty, looking through here. Willow trees off in the distance. Very pretty. Living out in areas where trees and things like this were all around the house. My grandmother lived next to a river in a little shack. It literally was a shack my great-grandfather built for her when she got married. Anyway, it was just her house when I grew up. Nothing unusual to it at all. There was, but I'm not going to go into that. Anyway, the river behind, we could go down the river in a boat, go fishing. There was a little path to kind of a little beach where they'd launch it from. I'd always go down there and see the ducks. They had a Dalmatian named Chicky Boo. He was my buddy when I went to see him. And my great aunt, my great grandmother's sister, she had a collie and I don't know what it was. It was just a little mean dog. Pardon me. Sometimes it was okay. It didn't like to be pet or picked up, and it was a little dog. Might have been some kind of Chihuahua mix. But it's very beautiful flowers. Yeah, it would nip at you. Its name was Chigger, which is the kind of little bug that burrows under your skin. Okay. So, I remember the Queenie, I think, was the collie. Yeah, I haven't thought of that in decades. And that aunt lived out in the country in a big one-story house with a basement attic. I was in the house when my little brother was born. It was next to a pond, and then if you went through a wooded area, down a hill, there's a river there too. These rock stone walls are all over from all the way back to colonial days. I guess they're arborists. You know what they're called? I know that's a maple tree. I know a few of them. This is beautiful. It's a beautiful day. Low humidity. It's not hot. 77. It has been very hot. We're in a abnormally dry state. Flowers. So I put these signs up. This is an Acer triflorum, 3-flowered maple, native to China and Korea. It looks like I've been to Korea once. Alright, so here comes a military story. Sometimes I tell these. And that's the maple that we just looked at the sign for. So in Korea, I went with an AWACS crew when there was a typhoon, the Asian version of a hurricane out in the Pacific. And, excuse me, the crew goes out together, not most of them, to the bars and stuff, and you do just a bar crawl, and you're just there for 2 or 3, 1 to 3 days doing nothing, unless there's some kind of emergency. And it was interesting to say the least. There was a drink called an ammo bowl, and it was a big wooden bowl, maybe 12 inches across, full of liquor. Some kind of cocktail that, and what you did was put it in the middle of the table, and everybody put the straw in and chugged it down till it was gone. It would get about 5 people drunk just from that one bowl. Well, between the group, we had 2, and we hooked straws between the 2, and then the one we were drinking out of sucked the drink out of the other one. It was very, they knew their physics. Anyway, it was fun. Whenever on my plane we'd go there, which I never got to go with them, they didn't need Russian linguists. People would come back with Nikes for $20 a pair when they were $100 in the States, sometimes less. Giant, 5-6 foot stuffed animals for their kids that were ridiculously cheap. But I don't remember that crew taking back very much of that stuff. I don't think I bought anything. I usually bought t-shirts. Where I went most of the time when that happened during typhoons was the Philippines. Went to Guam once, rented a car so I could go get a Frosty. Philippines was insane. Clark Air Base before Mount Pinatubo blew up, where an E3, so there's 9 enlisted ranks. E3 is pretty low. It's airman first class. They could afford to live off base and like buy new wicker furniture every year because with the humidity it would just rot. They could have a live-in housemaid. Morning, afternoon, I guess. So sometimes people do a double take. I thought her neck was gonna fall. You can see the reeds out there with the whatever they're called, the tops of them. Yeah, the Philippines was a single guy's paradise. I know many of my brethren in my unit married girls from there. A lot of times they knew in 5 days before they decided to be in a relationship from Okinawa to the Philippines. It was bizarre. You would start your day drinking daiquiris by the pool and finish with, in the afternoon, it switched to margaritas. And then you went and drank. One place had a drink that was in a coconut, and it was called a Goonie Goo Goo. Yeah, it was the equivalent of about 3 drinks. It was a lot of fun. Also, I've been to Crete, spent a lot of time there. Deployed there and ran the ground computer for our reconnaissance aircraft, RC-135. Did the same thing in Riyadh during the first Gulf War Desert Storm. Had a Scud missile intercepted 1,500 feet over my head, so I cannot imagine as many as Ukrainians are getting. It would be terrifying. I mean, we had Patriots. They took care of the single Scuds that they fired. It was kind of the early success of the Patriots. Whenever I would hear them go off, in my head I thought, go, go, gadget arms. It's really pretty wild back here, huh? Area closed to visitors. I don't even see a path there. Maybe there is. Maybe there was. I have that exact same t-shirt. I have that same t-shirt at home. See, I randomly talk to people. It's the Midwesterner in me. So there's a path. Oh, it just goes down this little creek. Or as my grandmother would say, the crick. Yeah, there's a lot of hillbillies that don't pronounce things correctly. So comes out of there, goes along there, has little rapids that goes through here. Maybe the insects, kayak down it. I don't know. Where it comes in. I bet during a heavy rain that comes up over this bridge. What do you think? We need some rain. Keep looking for wildlife to show you, but Most of it was the chipmunks at the beginning. This is the visitor center. No, I have no idea where this goes. We'll figure it out. Let's look and see what this sign says. Dawn Redwood. Oh, shit. Alright, let's pan down for you. Alright. Botanist needs genus. Ooh, they thought this was extinct, but in 41, Zhan Wang discovered trees growing near the town of Madoxai. Huh, they found it in China. Oh, interesting. So that's it. It goes way up there. Huh. There's a couple of them at least. Oh, there's another one. I wonder if they'll get as big as, in 100 years, as big as the redwoods in California. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Alright, now figure out where to go. Not that way, because it's the street. This way. Let's see. Expeditions Mobile Tour. Well, here you can scan the QR code and you can take it. Do it at each stop. We're not at each stop. I don't know where the stops are. Alright. Let's continue into the forest, as I told my grandmother at 4. This is the Honeywell building. Oh, I've heard of that. Visitor center and restrooms. Ooh, that's good to know. I will probably need that before I go home. Anyway. So that's the building back there. Let's see. This might make a good thumbnail. What do you think? Oh, we'll go this way. I think. Oh, well, does it go back and around? Or just the back of this building? Have you ever been to an arboretum? This is my first time. I was an arboretum virgin, no longer. I can say crazy things at the end of these videos because I doubt one person has ever listened this far. If you are, say, I did, or something, I watched till the end. I'll be forever grateful. Because it helps me spread the word about what I do in more places. Try not to talk too loud when there are people nearby. They're pretty, aren't they? I do have my headphones in since I'm listening to music, and well, they just think I'm talking on the phone. We had trees like that, the fir trees in my yard a couple places, but they weren't as big as that. Alright guys, I keep these around 20 minutes. So we're going to look out over this view of the flowers here and then reeds back there. And I'm going to bid you adieu and say until next time. Love y'all.